Henry will be back in just a moment with your Asia Business Update. We'll find out also what people in Singapore have been doing to fill their time with border closures and travel restrictions. Also, we'll consider how rising sea temperatures may be triggering the severe storms in India.
I'm getting my COVID-19 vaccine.
Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in.
And documenting all my side effects.
Bam! The soreness set in.
But with cases of infection among those who are vaccinated, how protected am I?
Now what we're seeing are actually mutants, which are quite different from the original strand.
Talking Point, tonight, 9:30 p.m. on CNA.
From the top stories in Asia.
A quicker, portable way of testing for COVID-19 in just 5 minutes.
To breaking news in the US and Europe.
US President-elect Joe Biden is set to formally introduce his top economic team.
With an eye on markets opening across the world.
Wall Street's major indices all closed the month with double-digit percentage gains.
It's the one bulletin that offers you a global perspective. World Tonight, daily, on CNA. Have fun while breaking a sweat on your next visit to Gangnam. Enjoy the weightlessness of bungee fitness. Or learn the health benefits of pole dancing. So don't miss the opportunity to feel the burn with the latest workout trends in Korea. Gangnam Insiders Picks, Sunday on CNA. This program is brought to you by the Gangnam-gu office.
They treat me like a snake.
तो एक के चलती हजारों आदमी भूखे मर जाते हैं।
मैं तो सोचता था कि मैं कहीं मम्मी को मैं बहुत बोलता था, मम्मी मुझे एक कुछ अच्छा पॉइजन दे दो कि मैं मर जाऊं।
Oh my God, they've been blasting the wrecks.
A brand new season of Undercover Asia. This June, Asia's past, present and future comes together. Race to feed the world as scientists, farmers and entrepreneurs solve the impending food crisis. Journalist Yuma Raki unveils the transformation of Japan's social and political identity in Deciphering Japan, and relive the history of the Chinese Communist Party as it marks 100 years of existence. This June on CNA.
He's just looking at us with his eyes wide open. Oh, it's so cute.
I'm Shushan, and in this series, I'll be tracking into hidden parts of Singapore.
Oh my God, treacherous.
To find out what's being done to save our biodiversity.
Every animal plays a significant role.
And if we're running out of time.
It seems that there is an uptrend in number of roadkills.
It's in our nature. Video on demand on CNA.Asia.
Welcome back in business. Now checking on cryptocurrency prices, and we are seeing the volatility continues, and Bitcoin is now up around 0.5%. Ethereum now under the flat line, down by around 0.04%, and Dogecoin up by around 1%. XRP is now also trading down as well. Critics have been sounding the alarm on Bitcoin's energy use for years. According to a Cambridge University study, Bitcoin mining produces as much CO2 as New Zealand does in a year. And Bitcoin works under a system called proof of work. So-called miners complete to solve complex math puzzles in order to make a transaction go through. The process is energy intensive. The alternative to this is proof of stake, which is being used by cryptos such as Cardano. And proof of stake takes a different approach to security by ensuring trust in a more old-fashioned currency, money. And instead of considering the secondary cost of electricity to run a proof of work node, proof of stake chains are forced to directly deposit the monetary amount onto the network. And we spoke earlier to Joseph Pallant, Director of Climate Innovation at EcoTrust Canada, on how to green cryptocurrencies.
Bitcoin is going to stay at proof of work. There is no serious discussion about ever changing that. And so I think environmental focus there needs to be around greening the energy supply, more transparency, and then offsetting the rest, in my opinion. With Ethereum, it's been proof of work until now. They started the shift to proof of stake last December, and I believe in the next year or so, we'll have fully made that transition. Yes, it's complicated, but the Ethereum community is brilliant, dedicated, and has been quite pulling off magic as far as I can tell in terms of what they've developed and evolved. So I believe that that will happen, and that will drive emissions down, 99% or more. And so I think that is a durable solution for the climate issue around Ethereum. We have other proof of stake coins natively, like the Near protocol, that's now able to use the Aurora and Bridge, the Rainbow Bridge, to connect their proof of stake blockchain with the currently proof of work and in the future proof of stake Ethereum, and connect a lot of the programs so that they can run on both. This is what's important for me is now that we're recognizing this as an issue, people are making strides to solve it, is we need to get to a green baseline. And then really keep focusing on using these innovative, world-changing tools, not only to be carbon neutral in their use, but to start building the tools that will actually help humanity fight climate change. And so that's very important to us.
While checking markets elsewhere, the benchmark KLCI is now hovering just below the 1600 level, and fresh trade figures out for April exports show that the fastest rise in more than 2 decades. And exports rose 63% over the same period of last year, while imports rose a little over 24%. Both are far more than expected, and almost all categories of trade showed a strong rise in shipments. Here in Singapore, the benchmark STI is in positive territory as well. It's now up around 0.7% as almost all of the sectors are now in the green. And border closures and travel restrictions amid the pandemic have kept many Singaporeans within the confines of their tiny island nation for more than a year now. And some have used the opportunity to turn a passion into a profitable enterprise.
Samsudin Ishak ended up having a lot of time on his hands after the COVID-19 pandemic hit.
After the pandemic, we were out of job. The project stopped, so I was back to Singapore. My job is mostly outstation.
So like a number of Singaporeans, he decided to pick up a new pursuit.
I live here close to the sea. I think I find that kayaking is one of the hobby. And I'm a fishing enthusiastic guy, so that's where I started and look around for kayak. There's a couple of companies which even sell kayak and help you to maintain your kayak.
The rising interest in kayaking has also translated to higher demand for related services in the sport.
Singaporeans got stuck in Singapore, so they are looking for activities, and I think kayaking is one of the interesting activity for them. We do sightseeing, we do exploration, we do some exercise actually. It's really a very good exercise. I think people can spend thousands of dollars on bicycle. I think one kayak will cost about, depends on the range. Some are basic like mine is not too much, it's just $1,000 over. Some can go up to $3,000-4,000.
Entrepreneur Muhammad Nordin knew an opportunity when he saw it, so he expanded his kayaking and fishing business.
Due to the pandemic, the business for doing kayak fishing tour increased tremendously with the help of social media and sharing. So I decided to purchase more of the kayak from a local distributor. I sold off my car because never really use it, and then I used that money to actually purchase a van and invest more on the kayak itself.
It's a similar story on land. Businesses dealing in cycling-related products have reported a significant increase in demand for bicycles and related accessories, giving a lift to prices and revenues as well. But it's plants, not bikes, that are the passion project for Nicholas, Darren, Haikal and Azizan. The hobby brought them together in September last year, and they're now partners in a company that runs a greenhouse.
This has been a hobby since many years ago. The plants look amazing, right? You look at the leaves, each new leaf comes out different. So you don't know what you're going to expect when the leaf comes out. So that's what makes the hobby really interesting.
Running the greenhouse has given productivity a boost, and it's been a boon for the business.